Don't focus on results. You have control over the effort, not the outcome. Trust the process. In a world obsessed with outcomes, results, and achievements, it's easy to forget that the most important part of any journey is the process. From school grades to job promotions, from social media likes to fitness goals, we're constantly taught that success is measured by tangible results. And while results can be a good way to track progress, they are not the full picture, and they're not where your real growth happens. Let me ask you something. Have you ever poured your heart into something, done everything right, worked hard, stayed up late, gave it your best, only to be disappointed in the outcome? Maybe you studied hard but still didn't get the grade you wanted. Maybe you trained for months but didn't win the race. Maybe you launched a creative project that didn't go viral. How did that make you feel? Probably discouraged, frustrated, or even defeated. That's natural. But here's the trap. When you focus only on results, you're tying your self-worth and motivation to something you can't always control. Let's flip the script. 1. The problem with outcome obsession. Results are external. They depend on multiple variables, some of which are completely out of your hands. You could do everything right and still not get the outcome you want. That's just how life works. When you focus solely on results, a few things happen. 1.1. You chase validation instead of growth. It becomes about proving something to the world, not improving yourself. 1.2. You lose joy in the journey. Every step becomes a means to an end. You stop enjoying the process, and life becomes a checklist. 1.3. You burn out faster. When progress isn't visible or immediate, you feel like giving up. Motivation dies when it's only fueled by outcomes. 1.4. You develop fear of failure. Because if the result defines your worth, failure feels like a judgment on you instead of a lesson. Does any of that sound familiar? This mindset is especially dangerous because it discourages persistence. If you don't see immediate results, you think you're not good enough, or it's not working, or you're wasting your time. But the truth is, growth often hides behind consistency and time. 2. Focus on the process, not the prize. There's a better way to live and grow. Fall in love with the process. Focusing on the process means committing to daily effort, practice, and progress, regardless of what the outcome looks like right now. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and letting go of the obsession with how fast or how big the reward will be. Let's look at a few examples. A writer who focuses on writing 500 words every day will eventually finish their book. A writer who only writes when inspiration strikes or when the deadline looms will struggle. An athlete who trains daily regardless of trophies or medals becomes stronger over time. The medal is the byproduct, not the mission. A student who studies to learn, not just to get the grade, retains more knowledge and grows deeper intellectually. An entrepreneur who builds systems and learns from feedback will survive the ups and downs far better than one chasing viral success. When you focus on the process, you improve steadily, you build resilience, you stay grounded in the present, you learn more from failure, you find joy in small wins. 3. Detach from outcome, reattach to effort. Here's the truth. You can control your input, not always the output. Let go of the illusion that results are everything. Instead, set goals based on effort and consistency. I will practice guitar for 30 minutes every day is more powerful than I want to be great at guitar. I will post one blog a week is better than I want to go viral. I'll go to the gym 4 times this week is better than I want to lose 10 pounds this month. Focusing on what you can control builds a habit of success. And ironically, the results usually follow anyway. They just show up when you stop, chasing them desperately, and start enjoying the work that leads to them. 4. Trust the invisible progress. Imagine a bamboo tree. You plant the seed, water it, take care of it, but nothing happens for years, not even a sprout. But beneath the soil, roots are growing deep and strong. And then suddenly, in a matter of weeks, it shoots up dozens of feet into the air. This is how life works. You might not see progress for a while, but something is happening. You are learning, strengthening, evolving beneath the surface. That invisible progress matters more than any shiny trophy. Give yourself time to bloom. Focus on watering your roots. 5. Process brings peace. One of the biggest benefits of focusing on the process is peace of mind. When you stop obsessing over things you can't control, you free yourself from constant disappointment and anxiety. You start to enjoy the little steps. You become more mindful, more fulfilled. Results come and go, but the person you become through consistent effort stays with you. That's the real reward. 6. Final thoughts. Make peace with the journey. Here's a little secret. Most of the time, when people reach their big goals, the first thing they say is, "It wasn't about the destination. It was the journey that changed me." So don't rush through your path, eyes fixed only on the prize. Look around, learn, be present, trust your process, celebrate the small steps, reflect on your growth. Because when you stop focusing on results, you start becoming someone who gets them anyway, without the stress, fear, or burnout. Try this today. Write down one goal. Now break it into daily or weekly efforts that you can control. Track your habits, not just your wins. Reflect on what you're learning, not just what you're achieving. Reward yourself for showing up, not just for finishing. Let go of the outcome. Let your love for the process lead the way.